Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time doing a review on Transformers Robots in Disguise IDW comic issue number 5. So the cover we have Fix-It fixing what he does best. So the story starts off how Bumblebee recaptures the day, how him and Ultraman has parted ways, and how his team had evolved. So we have Wingblade and Strongarm talking, and Drift meditating with his students, and also Bumblebee recapturing the day they stopped Megatronus and back in the final. So Optimus decides to leave, mainly because he has to find this thing, whatever the Primes want him to find, to save Earth. So Wingblade decides to go off with him, and they take off. Of course, we now have, like, Steeljaw hiding incognito. So, in a way, if you've ever watched the final in Robots in Disguise, all of Steeljaw's team have been captured. Thunderhoof, Fracture, Underbite, and the others. So, he's fairly like the sole survivor. There is no one left to fight for him. So, he scatters through around, and so armies he can rebuild, trying to find someone who can help. So, he sees some Energon, goes in, and turns out there are 3 remaining Viacons. Now, in case you haven't watched Transformers Prime, the Viacons were more of Optimus Prime, Megatron's sort of drones, attack dogs. So they think they sent him by Starscream, and so he finds the Energon stuff. And he asks what are their names and stuff. One is known as I am XL9 something, and I am XL571, and he says I am Steve. We explains that after an incident he had to take a name for himself. Okay, one is that I want to ask this. After the Megatron's defeat, did it ever come to Ratchet, Bulkhead, or anyone from Team Prime to go back to Earth and check if there were any remaining Viacons or anything that could be left on Earth? I mean, it just feels right they wouldn't do that. So meanwhile, Russell's at the playing field with the kids. One of them screws up on a ball and acts like a complete jerk about it. Now, does it to me, or does she look like that kid from Digimon Season 4? The one who had the Beast and Human Spirit of Fire. She looks just like her. I mean, him, actually. So, you know, Russell's talking with Fix-It after heading back. And he mentions that he doesn't want to own a junkyard like his father, and he feels short on heroes. So he asks some stuff, and so it turns out there's some activity going on. So they decide to head off. And so Team Prime get into action, head to where it is. Danny pretends to be like an army officer, and turns out it's Bumblebee's old sort of foes, the Viacons. And if you know, Bumblebee has fought these guys before, and you know, they are sort of like foot soldiers. So he says, protect the humans, do whatever you have to do. They start firing around and such, and Bumblebee starts to question as to why they're here. And they start taking him down. So Drift releases his mini-cons. They attack down one of the jets. And so, back there, the Autobots are thinking they did well, until Steeljaw shows up and mentions that he has sort of captured Russell and Fix-It. And the next cover, we've got Steeljaw with Bumblebee and a bunch of Viacons, and some other issues. Okay, so the issue itself, why would they jumpstart way to the final? I mean, it does seem strange. And if you think about it, this is kind of like a preview to Season 2, I think, when that time comes. And second of all, why on earth were there still 3 Viacons? I mean, shouldn't Ratchet or Bulkhead have checked, you know, to see if anything was still on that planet? So, other than that, a pretty good comic. So, Comic View here. signing out.